All right, so here we go. We're going to do the big centroid here and break it down. So there's a couple ways you could do it, but the easiest way is to take the large square you have, which is shape number 1, and subtract shape 2 and shape 3 from it, okay? So here we go. Let's go with first y1. Y1 is going to be the height, which is up here, and I'm going to set my origin down to this bottom left corner again. So my y1 will be half of 2, which is 1. Hey, I can do that easily. All right. My y2 is going to be a bigger issue. So I have my y2, which is going to be, I use the formula, which is 4r, I'm sorry, not 4 pi, 4r over 3 pi. Okay, so my r, so I'm going to do 4 times my radius, which is 0.625, divided by 3 pi. So my 3 pi is going to be, or let's see my value. I'm going to plug that in and I get a 0.265. Okay. Now that is the height, or that is how far down from the center of the circle. However, our centroid location, the origin, is down in the bottom left corner. So we need to really do 2 minus that. So we have 2 minus the 0.265. And that value gives us a 1.735. Close enough. There we go. All right. Okay, now what about my y value for the shape 3, which is just a rectangle? Well, it goes up. If the whole thing's 5, half of it's 0.25. There we go. All right, now x value. X value is going to be for the shape 1 is still halfway of the base. Half of 2 is 1. Shape 2, it shows right here that centroid center location, which is 1 inch away. And obviously that's the line of symmetry, and we know that the value is going to be along the line of symmetry here. So that's going to be 1. And what about down below? This, if you do the math, you would get that this base is centered, and so you really only need to get the line of symmetry of the rectangle. Again, it's going to be halfway, so this is 1 as well. Alrighty? All right, now area. Area of the rectangle 1 will be 2 inches times 2 inches, which is 4 inches. So 1 times 4 is 4. That's a positive. All right. Area of the semicircle will be pi r, oops, try it again, pi r squared if it was a full circle, but it's a semicircle, so you got to divide that by 2. So we're going to do pi r squared, which is going to be pi times 0.625 squared divided by 2, and we get that value to be a 0.6136. Okay, 0.6136. Now, this is a negative area because it's cutting away from the square. So we just make that a negative there. So I'm going to put this area negative 0.6136. All right, now rectangle, that is going to be just base times height. And the base is just going to be, let me see my calculator. The base of it is just 1.375 minus 0.625. So 1.375 minus 0.625 is 0.75. So that's our base. Okay, and our height is 0.5. So we just do 0.75 times 0.5, and we get 0.375. And that is, again, a negative area, so it's going to be a negative area there too. So negative 0.375. Okay? Now, these are going to be the same values down below as well. So the same area. So we have 4, because it's still the same area, 0.6136 negative, and negative 0.375. Okay? All right, we can add those up real quick, and then we'll finish filling out the right column. So we have 4 minus, I'm doing this middle column right here, okay, getting the sum of this. So we have 4 minus 0.6136 and minus 0.375, and we get 3.0114. Okay. Now, what about the other one? That's going to be the same value down here, so 3.0114 is down there as well. Excellent. Okay. Now, let's multiply these out. So let's do this first line here. We have 1.735 times negative 0.6136, and we get a negative 1.065. All right, the next line, 0.25 times negative 0.375, and we get negative 0.0938. All right. So we can add those up. So we have 4 minus 1.065 minus 0.938, and we get 2.84. All right. Multiplication over here, 4, that's easy. Negative 6136, that's also easy. And negative 3.75, that's also easy. So, and we get the addition, it would be the same value, so 3.0114. Okay, finally, so to get our area, or to get our centroid locations, the Y location will be the sum of YA divided by the sum of A, and we already have those. Okay, so we're going to have 2.84 divided by 3.0114. Okay, so we can divide that out, and we're going to get basically 0.944. Now, what about the X centroid? Well, that's going to be the sum of X times area, right there, divided by sum of the areas, right there. So we have 3.0114 divided by 3.0114, and we get 1. So if we do this value, where's the centroid location? It's going to be from the bottom left corner. It'll be over 1 up 0.944. So I'll clean this up so we can put it in the right spot. All right, so it's going to be over 1, which is going to be right along that center point, and up 0.944. So it's going to be just slightly below the center line. We'll say it's about there. There is our centroid location. All right, and it is up 0.944 and over 1. There we go.